Joe Jonas, no Marcus. Spread out Dave Red, see that
Thank you. Thank you for your job. Sit down, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. We appreciate it. There seems to be quite a bit, but there always is. And I think you know most of my team. And you folks have done a terrific job over the years, but we have to get prices down for a lot of reasons. We have no choice. For Medicare, for Medicaid, we have to get the prices way down, so that's what we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be streamlining the process so that from your standpoint, when you have a drug, you can actually get it approved if it works instead of waiting for many, many years. The U.S. drug companies have produced extraordinary results for our country, but the pricing has been astronomical for our country. Got to do better. New drugs have led to longer, healthier lives. We all know that. But we have to do better. Accelerating cures. We're forced and focused on accelerating FDA approvals. We're going to get the approval process much faster. One thing that's always disturbed me, they come up with a new drug for a patient who's terminal, and the FDA says we can't have this drug used on the patient. But they say, but the patient within 4 weeks will be dead. They say, well, we still can't approve the drug. Now, we don't know if the drug works or if it doesn't work, but we can't approve the drug because we don't want to hurt the patient. But the patient is not going to live more than 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be changing a lot of the rules. We're going to be ending global freeloading. Mm-hmm. Foreign price controls reduce the resources of American drug companies to finance drug and R&D innovation. I think you people know that very well. It's very unfair to this country. Our trade policy will prioritize that foreign countries pay their fair share for U.S. manufactured drugs, so our drug companies have greater financial resources to accelerate the development of new cures. And I think it's so important. But right now it's very unfair what other countries are doing to us. One thing I really want you to do, I've seen this over the years, but a lot of the companies have moved out. They don't make the drugs in our country anymore. A lot of that has to do with regulation. A lot of it has to do with the fact that other countries take advantage of us with their money and their money supply and devaluation. Because we don't know anything. Our country has been run so badly. We know nothing about devaluation. Every other country lives on devaluation. You look at what China's doing. You look at what Japan has done over the years. They play the money market, they play the devaluation market, and we sit there like a bunch of dummies. So you have to get your companies back here. Mm-hmm. We have to make products back. We're going to get rid of a tremendous number of regulations. I know you have some problems where you cannot even think about opening up new plants. You can't get approval for the plant, and then you can't get approval to make the drug. Other than that, you're doing fantastic. So we're going to get that taken care of. We're going to be cutting regulations at a level that nobody's ever seen before. And we're going to have tremendous protection for the people, maybe more protection for the people. But instead of being 9,000 pages, it can be 100 pages. And you don't have to double up and quadruple up and hire. We have companies where they have more people working on regulations than they have working in the company. So it's very unfair. We have to lower the drug prices. Competition, the key to lower drug prices. We have competition, but a lot of times the competition dissipates. I'll oppose anything that makes it harder for smaller, younger companies to take the risk of bringing a product to a vibrantly competitive market. That includes price fixing by the biggest dog in the market, Medicare, which is what's happening. But we can increase competition and bidding wars big time. We have to into that program. The numbers we pay, I mean, we have cases where if I go to a drugstore and buy aspirin, the aspirin costs me less than what the United States pays for aspirin. And the United States is the biggest purchaser of drugs anywhere in the world by far. So I can buy at a drugstore the aspirin for less money, right? And so we'll talk about that after these wonderful people that I like so much leave. But we're going to do something about that. We're going to have national security priorities, very important. And we're going to basically work on innovation. We're going to work on price. We can save tens of billions of dollars. And you people are going to do great. You're going to do great. So what I want is we have to get lower prices. We have to get even better innovation. And I want you to move your companies back to the United States. And I want you to manufacture in the United States. We're going to be lowering taxes, big league. We're going to be getting rid of regulations that are unnecessary, big league. Somebody said the other day, what's the percentage of regulation? I said, maybe 75%. It could even be up to 80%, which is what you need, because you can't even function. Other countries have no regulation, and you go there for that reason. And you produce good product. You want to produce good product also. So we're going to produce great product. We're going to streamline the FDA. We have a fantastic person that I think I'll be naming fairly soon. Who's going to streamline the FDA, and you're going to get your products either approved or not approved, but it's going to be a quick process. It's not going to take 15 years. And we're going to do, I think we're going to make a tremendous difference to you. I read where it costs sometimes $2.5 billion on average, actually, to come up with a new product. Is that a correct statement? 15 years, $2.5 billion to come up with a product where there's not even a safety problem. So it's crazy. I'm surprised you can't get him to move faster than that. I know you. I thought he could do. I'm very disappointed. That's why we're here today, right? That's why we're here today. So with that, I'd love to go around the table. We introduce ourselves and let's see, and then we'll start a little meeting and we'll ask the press to leave. So just 2 seconds. You can stay for a couple of minutes longer. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. President, Bob Hugan from Celgene Corporation, former chair of Pharma. Our company's headquartered in New Jersey, the Summit, New Jersey, and we operate all throughout the country and 60 countries around the world. We're one of the, when I joined the company 18 years ago, we were ranked one of the top 10 companies in the country to go bankrupt, and today, through a lot of risks we've taken, we've really provided a lot of cancer treatments for patients. So we're great to be here. We're looking forward to engaged discussion. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
Bob Bradway from Amgen, Mr. President. Thank you for having us. Delighted to be here. We share with you a desire to advance innovation that can help to alleviate or even eradicate some of the serious diseases that you talked about in your inaugural speech. We're confident about the outlook for innovation in this country, and proud to say we'll be adding 1,600 jobs at Amgen this year.
That's what I just heard.
Such is our confidence in the outlook for innovation as a company and for the industry. And we look forward to continuing to advance medicines for those who are seriously ill.
Good. I just heard you're going to be adding a substantial number of jobs. That's very good. Thank you very much. That's really good.
Chairman. I'm Greg Walden. I chair the Energy and Commerce Committee and look forward to working with the administration and on these initiatives. We've got a lot of good work we can get done.
Thank you, and thanks for being here. You've worked on it long and hard, and now we'll get your labors, they will have paid off, okay? Thank you very much.
Mr. President, Dave Ricks. I'm the new CEO of Eli Lilly. 140 years we've been in Indiana, in Indianapolis, and that's where we make a lot of our products still. In fact, we're hiring manufacturing jobs as I speak, which is good news for people in Indiana, but also some of the policies you've come out and suggested I think could help us do more. So I'm looking forward to the meeting ahead. And tax, deregulation, those are things that could really help us expand operations.
Very good, thank you. Thank you. Our great Vice President.
Joaquin Duerto, Johnson & Johnson, current chair of the Pharma Association, representing a company that employs directly about 50,000 people in the U.S., most of them in manufacturing, and one of the largest investment in R&D.
Thank you. Johnson & Johnson, good company.
Joe Jimenez from Novartis, CEO. We have we spent about $3 billion in research and development. Our global headquarters is up near Boston. We have about 13 manufacturing sites here in the U.S. and employ about 20,000 people.
And you're going to expand?
Yeah, we're looking at ways to
within
expand.
the United States.
One of the things that
the rest I'm not too interested in.
one of the things that can help us is a lower tax rate. If you think about the corporate tax rate, when we look globally, that's a massive help.
Yep, we'll get it.
Mr. President, Steve Ubel with Pharma. It's a pleasure to be here. On behalf of the whole industry, we employ 4.5 million Americans, directly or indirectly. The industry invests about $70 billion in R&D in the United States, which is more than any other industry. And we're just delighted to be here this morning to talk about reducing regulation, lowering taxes. We think stronger trade deals, those things will lead to lower costs for American patients and for the taxpayer.
Okay, thank you, Stephen.
And I'm Ken Frazier. I'm Chairman and CEO of Merck. We've been in this country for 125 years. We employ about 23,000 American employees. We invest about $7.5 billion a year in R&D, almost all in the United States of America. And we have tremendous numbers of high-paying, high-skilled jobs, including manufacturing jobs in the United States. And in fact, we're bringing manufacturing back for our cancer drug. You may have heard that we have an immuno-oncology drug that stimulates the immune system to
Good.
kill different cancers. And we're bringing those jobs here, Mr. President.
That's very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come in, Steve. Thank you. Thank you very much, fellas. That's really fantastic. Okay, Chris, thank you.
Democrats go about the Supreme Court, Senator McConnell